Welcome to episode 12 of the 7 Days to Die series, which been thinking about the name for it, and I'm thinking about naming it 105 Days to Die, since this series is probably gonna last only 105 days. We'll see, I might continue afterwards. Depends. I might just name it 7 Days to Die as well. So, we were building the base, I mean, quite obviously. Plus, most of you probably just watched the last episode, but for me, it's been a whole weekend. But, anyways, we'll continue. We'll just finish that. I'll check up if that did change something, since I remember we didn't have enough to put something on that corner, and it did do something. See, now I have the capacity to put these up. And the reason why I put these up will become apparent once I. Nope. Rotation. Bam. Yes, like so. Since I'll just go building blocks. Can I craft the wood ones? Yes. Craft 10 of those. One here, and one of those. Here, here. Two last one of those. And that is it for the roof. Now, I'm gonna take this one out and I'm gonna craft a hatch. And I'm gonna put it like that. Yeah. Can I jump just out of here? No, I can't. What I can do is take this and make it a ladder. Unface. Simple. That. Since that fits, that allows me to go on the roof. Which is kinda gonna be handy. And the reason why we do this is for them dang birds. Just gotta keep checking that when I upgrade it, it doesn't make everything fall, because then we would lose all this progress, and that would not be nice. After I put this door on this, which I just put as kind of a precaution, because it has happened to me before, that during a blood moon, they decide that the best option is not going towards the good stairs that are right above me, but going to the house and back, or through a ladder that I put on the back of the base, which I did to another base in another world. So with that done, I'll stop this. I'll grab all of this and I'll put it in the food one for once that we have, and I'll keep these since they will be, well, food. Oh, that is actually pretty good for food. That is way better than just normal stuff, than just normal meat. Put that in there. And I have some extra rounds that I'm gonna dump in here as well. And I'm gonna dump, yeah, half of my stock into here. Well, I can take this extra one, since I'm surely gonna find more of those. And now it is time to go do some jobs.
I'd shake your hand, but I bet you got dysentery the way you smell. Try anything smart, and you'll get a new start. Cha-ching! Thanks, buddy. Unless you're paying, you're leaving. Thank you very much, and now you can go fuck yourself. My shop, my rules. You follow, or you fuck off. All that gawking, I'll sell you food, but don't expect me to cook it for you. All right, now that we're done doing business, get out of my store. I got some shit work for. Well, don't just stand there with your thumb up your ass. Go do the goddamn job.
Done. But you can just walk away from all of this beautiful loot. You're crying, especially since these are infested area. I had forgotten that they have infested crates which give lots of ammunition. Sadly, I do not have the space for this ammunition. Don't even think I have the space to eat that. I can check though. Here. For food, I am 14 out of it is 15, so 15 would get me to 29. So I do have the space for that. So I can take bullets, well, the bullet tips. Sadly, that leaves a lot, and honestly, 23 isn't even worth all this ammo, so scrap it, take that, and then scrap these back into wood, though it's a waste. I need to grab that and get going. Of course, bartering, oh hell yeah. I need to change. I don't know which. I don't know if any of these can hold two things, but I know what's something that's useless. I don't know if that's useless actually. Come on. Honestly, that put that instead. I'll go and sell these. This I can take. These are very good. So I'll take them instead of. Okay, well then, since this is gonna take more, and I don't even have the. No, I do have the time to get back to trader. Actually, because it's at 22 that it closes, not 20. But what I was going to say was because I have the time, I'm gonna go back and put things in the bike so I can bring everything since I knew I had space in the bike. But it's a bit late to tell you that now since you already just saw what I did and probably guessed that that was what I was going to do. But if I have the time to just go and barter, I'm gonna have to put two things in the in my bike, which I don't have space for, but I do have one space in my inventory. And I'll just put the money in my inventory and put one thing in the bike. That'll give me enough space. Perfect. All the way here. And then interact. Take the money and put that. No, that I sell. So the blue. Sprint to this man so I have enough time to actually
Listen, you
barter
son
with
of a
him.
bitch.
And
If
what
you
was
ain't
this?
out the goddamn door when I
There was
close,
something I
I'll
picked up.
shoot you for
This gives better
trespassing.
bartering. What does this give? Plus 2 XP gain. I'm just gonna wear this while doing this,
Great. Here you go.
and then take it
Don't
off.
spend it all in one
Uh,
place.
these are very not good stuff. None of this is good. Best would probably be these, but yeah. Clubs and stuff. Gunpowder's worth. I'm gonna take the Molotovs, they're worth the most,
What the
and I
hell do
might
you
use
want
them
this
for
time?
something. So, sell this. This commando helmet. These, I need to wear those,
Well, don't let the
or I
door hit you on your way out.
wear. And
You want something?
that. These might actually be useful. Sell those. This I'm gonna keep because it does give better bartering. Oh,
Thank you
why am I
very
not
much.
still
And
wearing
now
it?
you can go
God, I
fuck
could have
yourself.
gotten
What are
slightly
you, a
more money.
zombie? Decide already.
I'm dumb. Yeah. I have lots of ammo now, but that's not what I need the most. These are weapons. Well,
I'd tell you to go
I'm
fuck
gonna get
yourself, but you did
job
that when you
for
didn't buy
you,
anything.
and I'll go buried supplied
Hey,
for
jerk.
one.
Get moving, jackass.
Really need,
This don't
I
pay
really need
by
to get a
the
better
hour.
shovel. Now, do I have anything in here I don't want to sell? Maybe these, but I'll keep them for later. Once I get armor that can have more than one slot. And then I'll hit the buried supply, and that'll be the last one I do for this episode. And that I can't even go back to the trader afterwards, since just getting to this job is gonna take too long, and the trader's gonna be closed. You already know by now. But yeah, so I'll do this job. Hopefully, well, it's not gonna be before nighttime. It's gonna be at the start of nighttime. So I'm gonna go back to base and continue building it throughout the night, and then that'll be that. Hopefully, I can do some before the start of the night, though it's not gonna change much since first four is probably gonna spawn during the night. Well, there it is. I do not have the space to pick up my bike, which is might be a nuisance. I'm gonna have to get it out of the way, and then I'm gonna have to dig this as fast as possible, since thankfully it is not in charge. So it is slightly easier. but I'm look out everywhere because this attracts the biggest amount of zombies out of any job. And you are unprepared since you're in a hole. It's easy to get cornered and die. So I've never died. I've had close calls because one or two zombies hitting you just ends up either knocking you or making you bleed, and all of those things together can just get you killed. Which is why I don't do these often, but when they're just 400 meters away and every other job is not the best, well, we gotta pick the best one. I might actually put... Would have been... You know what? I saw a video on this. It would have been smart to do the same. Putting a couple of points into Treasure Hunter and then just doing these quests once they come up. Because you can just do them so quickly once you have a point or two. Because right now, I'm not technically doing it the best way. Well, I don't know. I've never seen anybody say this isn't the best way, especially since videos haven't even come out yet. Oh, the ones I streamed. But basically what I do, I try to dig the biggest hole, and then once it locks in on a specific position, then I go that way. I am sensing there's gonna be a zombie very, very near. No? That's strange. That's actually quite concerning. They're hiding. They're waiting. Where is it towards the most? This way. I didn't dig that way far enough. I should sneak. That's gonna make less noise. Right. I'm gonna start getting paranoid right about now about getting swarmed by zombies. I don't understand how there's not a single zombie in that other area. I got swarmed. Please, for the love of God, show me where it is. Where is it? There they are. No, 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 no. You have to die. You can't be in my hole and not die. Screw you. I ain't playing games. I didn't want to use guns because that would just attract more, but... Okay. Come on. Where is it? Where's that goddamn treasure? There it is. Schematics. Use schematics. Use that. Pick up this. Warp truck. Pick up everything. Why am I taking time? Yeah, I'm getting back to base. That was enough for me. I love the baseball bat. Compared to the stun baton, it just throws people. For some reason, it just feels way more powerful, even though it's just a tiny bit more damage. It just ragdolls them so much more. Well, now that's the trader. That's towards home. Well, gonna get back home probably towards midnight, maybe slightly past. And I'm gonna get a couple of hours. Can't forget to take the dew collector's water. Gotta do that every day. Because if I rack up enough water, which I do have good amounts of, but if I get more and more, then making glue will just be not about having water, but bones. And then duct tape will just be cloth and glue. So basically, duct tape's only things will be bones and cloth. The rest will be easy. I like how all these places have names. Each individual house is named something. And technically, if you go throughout them, you could identify who's Marvin, who's not. Like, you kill all the zombies, and at the end, there's just one guy with his stuff just dead. Well, it's safe to assume that that was Marvin. Sadly, Marvin is most likely dead. And I said I was gonna get around here at, I was gonna get here at around midnight. I was almost spot on. And I didn't take the dew collector's water. Of course I didn't. It's me. And then half of that, and then half of that. And I'm gonna have enough ammo for, well, for the blood moon. Now, next day is, well, today is day 13. I gotta store that, this, crafting kits, leather in here, iron here, duct tape, healing stuff. These ones are in here, and I'm gonna take only 2. These I can leave. And, right, I can't remove this from anything. Yes, you can. You can die of hunger. I mean, once you go to 0, it slowly starts to drain. A bit like Minecraft. Slowly damages you. Except you have way more health in this game. But yes, you can die of hunger. Which it is kind of easy to do early in the game. Dying of hunger is quite easy. Later in the game, it's slightly hard. It's not harder to die of hunger, it's just less frequent since, well, you have money, you have hopefully a base setup. So, not really, it's rarer since you have the, well, you have the resources to make it so you don't die of hunger. But it is still possible. I mean, if you try to die of hunger, you can. Nothing's stopping you. But yeah, so these things you can craft red tea with. What else can I craft with this? Turn down all recipes. I can craft seeds, paint, red tea, and antibiotics. Well, I'm gonna go for red tea. I'm gonna go water, cook, tea, cook, and then I gotta actually, I'm gonna remove that. I'm gonna go outside, take the bike and its things, and the dew collector's water, then come back inside. I think. No, Barbara, a wider touch, please. God, I had so much stuff in this. For how many days survived? I'm guessing that that's what you mean. My record. Yes. Okay. That's no. For they survived. Well, for this series, it's actually not 13 days since I died at like day one something. So longest life is 13 hours, which is 11 days because it's 1 hour for 1 day. So this series itself, it's 11 days. My old world, which now doesn't work anymore since it was in alpha. My old world, I believe, was 180 days. I think. No, no, I'm speaking bullshit. It's not. Uh, it's kind of hard because I played it like over a year ago. Is when I last played it, and I can't access it anymore since it is, well, it was an alpha and you can't load alpha anymore. But if I remember, it's over 100 days for a single life. I believe it was. I think it's around like 70, 80 hours probably, something like that. Yeah, I have like 150 hours in this game, but I don't consider myself good. Don't think I'm good. Don't go yeah, don't go starting thinking I'm good. I am not. I am mediocre at this game at best. Since well, I spend most of those hours cowering and taking very good precautions so that I would survive. Which is why I'm also not very high level in that one. I'm like level, well, I was pretty high level, probably around level 70 ish, which is kind of high, but also for like 180 days and probably 100 hours in that world. That's not very high considering now I'm like level 42, I think. Yeah, level what? 142 out of 142. That makes what level? Can I know, please? Is there something to know, or am I just? It's probably in here, right? Am I just blind or what? I'm officially blind. What is the max level? I don't know. I'm assuming there might be one, but I'm assuming it's when you spend all the points, and considering they get more expensive the farther you go, which I can show with here. Better barter. This costs 2 point. Better barter next. Well, I can show it. This I can. This is 1 point only. I might spend it on that. And then fortitude, I'm gonna spend one on that so I can get pain tolerance and mostly healing factor and all of these are pretty good. But yeah, I'm assuming there might not even be a max level, but at some point you're gonna stop gaining points to level up your character since there's nothing more to level up. You might still gain points, but there's nothing to spend them on, so they're useless. But yeah, spent a lot of time in this game, but didn't do much with that time. I know how to play the game and I'm fine at it, but I'm no expert. If you want an expert, well, I don't know who to refer you to. I haven't watched a video on this game in probably over half a year, so I don't know anybody yet that I could refer you to. Like, just Google tutorials if you want something, if you want to know something. 'Cause, I don't know anything either. I'm the wrong guy to ask questions about this game. Well, unless they're beginner level questions, then I might be able to help. But yeah. So for the most part, what can I do with? I can make bullet casings, so I'm gonna do that since they will be useful. And I would need iron, which I can provide actually, and I'll do it by removing these rocks since they're useful. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand totally what you mean. Big streamers, it's very hard to get noticed because the moment you type something in chat, 5 seconds later it's gone. It is just the current, the if you can call it that, the current of messages just makes it go away. And also, you gotta think about something else. Big streamers, if you go beyond just talking and you wanna play with them, it's harder because if they allow you, they'd have to allow everyone, and they can do that. Which is why small streamers are kind of better, because if they allow you, then other people come and ask, and then you just put simple rules like, well, just be here for a small amount of time and I can determine you're not an asshole, so I'll let you play on my stream and I'll let you come and play with me. And that's nice because small streamers can do that. Just put basic rules, but big streamers, there'd be too many people that you have to just put the boundary that, well, you'd have to be a friend of mine for you to play with me. So I really understand what you mean. And I don't know if all streamers do take the time to really talk. I know I do. I try my best to do that, but sometimes it does happen that I'm not available to talk. Uh, because I'm muted for a reason. But if I can talk, I'm going to. I'm not gonna avoid talking because, well, I don't see a problem with doing that. But yeah, that is the reason why I put in the tags. I don't know what the tags do, but I'm assuming they just classify it in some way. I put English, gaming, and friendly gamer. That's what I put, and I hope it does something. So far, it has, because I got 2 new viewers instead of people spamming my chat to get me to do art for me, which I do my own art. So if people want to do my art and are watching, don't even ask. But yeah, so I'm not doing much right now, right? I forgot. I need to build the base. Oh god, it's already the end of the episode. God damn. I've been staring and talking to myself for an hour. An in-game hour. Well, with that, this will be the end of this episode. Yeah, yeah. Well, maybe someday I will. But yeah, this is the end of this episode. So, see ya. Perfect. So I can cut there and then just cut it back after this slight pause. Perfect. We can continue on to day 14, which, yeah, no, I'm not going. I'm not going yet. It's because this is a series and every episode is 1 day, and I put 1 day as 1 hour. So I just needed to give myself a little time so I can do a smooth cut instead of having to cut in the middle of a conversation for the end of that episode. But yeah, no, I'm not going yet, since I do still have about an hour of time, and these take about an hour and 8 minutes, which is gonna be slightly late for me to stop at that, but it's not gonna be too late. So I'm gonna jump right into this and stop these 2 things, and then go to the trader and continue with the missions. And it is day 13, which means I should bring my money since his trades are gonna have reset. I can put that up there and that up there as well. Actually, other way. I would put it the other way around, but this. No, money's in the other one, as always. So, and do I have anything else that I can sell? Oh, this to get better bartering if I need to do anything. Which, yeah, I'll just wear that for the better bartering. But yeah, because I did do the first 4 episodes in two-hour streams, and it was fine except for the editing part where I need to cut it out, which I got lucky on the first one, but I still need to separate the third and fourth episodes because I didn't do that. I was supposed to do that today, and then I just decided I was gonna watch YouTube all day and play some War Thunder side. So I haven't done that. Good thing I have videos on YouTube coming out for the next 2 weeks. Gives me time to do that. But yeah, I'm not that good at editing, so it needs to be easy for me to cut it. And it also just kind of makes my life easier. Anyway, on to the episode itself. I forgot to say it, but we'll come back to the next episode, which is episode 13. Which you can kind of guess right now, because if you watch the rest of the series, it's day 13, must be episode 13. So, going to the trader, gonna report to duty. And hopefully this might level him up to tier 3 missions and tier 3 trades or rewards. I just rammed my bike into that grill. Amazing. God. The lag is still here. Hasn't fixed itself, and
If
it
you drink all
probably
the
will never.
coffee, I'll kill you.
Get
Wipe that
dog, and
smirk
then...
off your face. Doing one job
Ooh,
doesn't make us
this
pals.
is
Got it?
actually... No, there's not much good here. This is probably the best. This one's worth more, but I'm not going to sell them. And this is just a one-time use, so honestly, this. Since, yep, okay, whenever the fight. But what do you
Quit
have in your
talking. Either
inventory
buy
this
something or
time?
piss off.
How many do you have? You have one. Amazing. Forge ahead, rifle world. I'll buy those. I'll buy the handguns. I'll buy the... No, that's for armor. I'd need a filter. But honestly, I think wood and time is worth more than just buying a filter for so much. Ear of supercorn and supercorn seeds. No need for those. Ooh, armored double pockets would be an interesting thing. Chemistry section as well, but it's already out of my reach. 44 Magnum level 1, I could already craft the level 2, already have a pump shotgun level 2, so that's not useful. Stun baton, I'm tempted, but my baseball bat does more damage. It does cost more stamina to do, but baseball bat has like more damage. Athletic shoes with 8% run speed
A
and level
sale is a
4 out.
sale,
What
even
are
if it is to
my
a
shoes?
scumbag like you.
My shoes is fall distance, which I do not need, so I'm actually gonna buy those.
Buy or
Believe it or
buy.
not, I'm buying these. Since they're better mobility, noise, stamina, everything except armor rating, which honestly, I won't really need if I can run away. Mine was outfit. Such water use. Ooh, that is insane. Wait, no. The contrary. Huh? Is it better or is it worse? Because this is better, but I'm assuming that minus 50% means it uses 50% more. I don't know anymore. I don't want more fall distance. These would be good because I would be For farming itself, the start is kind of
Cha-ching!
slow.
Thanks, buddy.
Uh, since you start off with basically nothing and surviving is slightly hard. Um, but once you get going, like after day 10, about so, maybe after day 10, if you go out there and you're more confident than I am, uh, which I am more confident in this run, mostly you just need to find the trader and do a bunch of missions. Because once you start doing those missions
Unless you're
and you
paying,
level him up,
you're
he'll give you
cheap
better and
as
better
son
trades
of a bitch. That's all you're gonna
and
buy?
missions.
Well, come to...
Fetch
You
it.
better not
Fetch
fuck
is gonna
this
be
up, or
too.
I'll cut your goddamn throat.
But yeah, what grind itself is it's not it's slightly long, but it's not tiring in the sense that it takes a long time for you to get to a good level, which I would technically say that I'm not necessarily at a good level yet. Uh, because I still have kind of basic guns, especially for my sniper. But once you get slightly higher level, then it gets pretty easy. And especially if you get a good start like I did, because right now I have very good weapons for my levels, for my level. Even though they're not very good weapons, they're still better than the ones I would need for this level. They're they deal with the zombies quite easily. And I got this within 13 days, which is 13 hours of gameplay. So if you just for the first 10 hours, it's gonna be slightly of a struggle since you're not gonna have the resources to well keep yourself alive or to deal with the zombies. But after that, it sells a little bit smoother, and then as you get up to like the 100 days, it's gonna get harder, especially if you go to another biome that has harder zombies to deal with and is generally harder. Which I should technically do that, which I am going to do that actually after day 14, since after day 14 it's going to be the second blood moon, and after that blood moon I'm going to switch to the desert biome. Or, well, I might not actually switch instantly. I'm going to wait to maybe get something to keep myself cool and not die of heat, since I need that for the desert biome. Because dying of heat is generally not a good thing. Why are you hitting that? Does he even know I'm here? He did not. He's not dead yet. He's still not dead yet. He's still not dead yet. Come on, die. Thank you. You're to fetch. Yes. Saddle is above here somewhere. He's on the same level. This is locked, but I have a solution for that. It's called I don't give a shit. Can I die? Ah, well, it's right there. How awesome. Dope. Yeah. Why? No. Don't need. Ah, yes. This is why you check everything. Yucca juice. Very useful. They're very good. Nope. Throw that out. The reason they're up there. Say hello to my little friend. God dang. She flew. It's in the walls. No, the wall. Not walls. I'm gonna put it there. It's thought I don't use. Okay, I don't understand why that doesn't disappear. Uh, Actually, I'm gonna focus on doing as many missions as I can today, since it is the day before the blood moon, and I want to get as many done. So I'm not gonna take time to loot the house, since it take probably 3 times the amount of time to loot it than it did to get that satchel. But that's why I like the fetches. Can I even say that? That's why I like the fetch quests. Because they're very fast. You can find the satchel, and it'll most likely be either in the upstairs or same level, or I don't know, because it can be on any level, but most of the time it's the upstairs or the basement, since those are typically the harder areas to get to. But if you just find an access point, you can deal with it quite easily and do them quite fast, or even if they're on the same level in the building as easy as the one I just did, then you can just finish it in like half an hour of in-game time, which is about what the time it took me. I mean, I went in, looted a slight amount, and then thought back about it, and was like, I'm not gonna waste time on this since time is of the essence, or that, or, or that's what they say. I would say time is limited, is what I would say. But anyways, I'm already back, and that mission didn't take long. I think we left the trader at like 6. Always close the gate so that zombies don't get in. Do that. I don't even need to pick up the bike, since I can just run in and run out again.
Good
What this?
morning. If you try to say it's a
Ooh,
good morning,
this
there's the goddamn
would
door.
be. This is even. I don't understand why it even offers me this instead of this, because this gives me 6 books and this gives me 1. So of course I'm gonna take this, and I get 2 mini bike. Ooh, I do have gas. I do indeed have gas. And traps, I think mini bike is faster, so I'm gonna take that instead. Yes, I will take that. Do you have any jobs? I'm gonna take the. Well, honestly, a clear is better than the fetch and clear, and the other ones are night only, so of
I'd
course
say
I'm gonna
it's been an
take that.
honor
Now
to
he
work
is
with you.
level
I sell
3,
to anyone, even
which I don't
morons
think
like
change
you.
anything to all of his trades. Which these dirt goggles do have a better rating, durability, and better XP gain.
You're
But
getting on
it
my
is time to
nerves,
open these.
friend.
Yes, that's that, and then open this. Ooh, nice. This this is just an engine. Okay, so it doesn't actually give me a mini bike. Okay, that's kind of good because what would I do with this until I came back home? So I'm just gonna stuff all of that in here, and then just keep using the bike, which isn't a bad vehicle. So, and since it is mm, stamina driven, I can still use it even if I run out of gas, which I can't because it's stamina driven, which makes it better than the mini bike. Well, no, not actually better, since it is technically slower, but on a practicality level, it is slightly better since you can just plop it down and go, and you don't need to use gas. But I believe the mini bike does get a bigger capacity of storage, which is why I'm probably gonna craft one when I get back to base at the end of this episode, because of the bigger capacity, which allows me to take more of the loot that I get and bring it back, which means I won't have to scrap as many things. And like, she didn't even come close. Anyways, we're already back. It is almost the same house. It's just well, yeah, it's the house in front of the one we just raided. It is a clear area, which means we go in gun blazing. guns blazing. The McCormick residence. I'm assuming the dead people inside will be the McCormick. I'm actually gonna leave the bike outside. It's not gonna take long. Start this, and I'm gonna instantly head over to the hole in the roof. So I can loot all the goodies. 4 of glue. Oh my god, that's why you loot everything, people. Are those footsies? And is that a head? That is a sandbag. Um, I am. I I go live or I stream uh every weekday except Friday, from 7 to 10, which depending on the time for you, I don't know what that is, but for me, right now it's 9. There's just another one that's alerted below. But yeah, yeah. Well, you go whenever you want. I hope you enjoyed the stream so far, and that I'm not too annoying. But yeah, if you do want to check, and if you want to double check for when it's you, you can go check on Twitch in the schedule area. I put my schedule there, and I believe that will show you your hours for when I'm live in your local time. How are you not alerted to me? I don't know. But I'm not gonna question it since I just need to clear this area. So technically just gotta go fast. Off since I'm gonna. And fuck on. How are you not dead? Well, now you are. Yes, rocks. Things. Money. Not money. That is a strange house going back on itself, but... Oh, hello. No. Instantly ragdoll. You go backwards. Oh! I don't think you like that. Well, good night as well. Yeah, let's keep this for farm plot. Ooh, yes, toilets. My favorite. It's not clear yet. I missed both the arrow, yes, and then that was easy. Famous last words, or she flew high and then fell down. It was self-defense, believe me. Ooh, my favorite sandwiches. Perfect. Why would I need this? Okay, just lets me get the bike faster. Won't complain. Potatoes. More potatoes and coffee. I prefer the coffee, please. More of that coffee. Uh, I can make that, and I do have the space to take that this time. Pick up the chairs, since I can always scrap these for wood. I won't complain because I'm running low on wood, so... That's not everything, so there must be a basement to this place. I don't understand how I haven't done everything. Oh, that barn, that's what it is. I'm betting there's a zombie in here. I just opened the neffing loudest door and you're not awake. Your survival instincts are so bad. You could die to a bird. Now, where's the last guy? 'Cause, I'm running out of ideas of where he could be. I checked the upstairs, I checked... Oh, there's a literal stairway to the basement. I am so blind. From behind... No. No. Stop that. Me no likey. Why are you attacking the walls? They did nothing to you. Yep, I did. I did though. Ooh, luggage. Nice. Medical journey. Lots of loot, please. Yes, red dye. Awesome. Perfect. I love you. Red dye. You are my do or die. What shall I... You know what? I had this in my last playthrough as well, a pink AK. Okay, forget to reload the weapons. We all know how that went last time I didn't do that. I almost died is what happened. Um, loot everything. I'm gonna rob you of every single part of your house. I'm gonna rip out the walls. Not actually, I don't know. Oh, I didn't know there was still people here. Sorry. What? I'm sorry. I have special moves. I can throw you to another dimension. Look, it happened again. I'm assuming this is the McCormick, one of the family members. Ah, yes, airdrop. And of course, things on the other side of that. You know what? I have a trick for that. I call it waking them up. I guess they're very asleep, since they don't wake up when I shoot them. And can I not go through that wall? I cannot. And I'm very blind because I, again, missed the crate of the loot here. No, no nails. Ooh, money. Very nice. I love money. Dryer. Oh, that's a nice animation. Nothing there, nothing there. Just a little checking everything. There should... Yes, of course, there always is. Hey, my favorite sandwich again. I have 4 of my favorite sandwich. There's no way to get there apart from breaking that. God, how... Oh, that's where he is. Wait, I can shoot him from here. Or not, because the arrow's just gonna go through his head. There we go. Come here, you. That everyone? That is not everyone. Come to me. There they go. Just come and walk through the fire. You'll be fine. I drink water in your presence. And then I'm gonna pepper the guy, person behind you with arrows because it's got lots of health and you don't. And I want to get the health down before you go over here because you're not gonna die to the fire. Ah, perfect. Yes, be on fire. Perfect. See what I said about not dying in one shot? That's what I meant. Hey, thing's finished, but I bet there's a lot of juicy loot behind there, so of course I'm gonna... I did not mean to craft 3 of those. What if I just... Can I not prolong that? No. Okay. Well, I know how to get around this. I do know how to get around this. Nope, I'm on fire still. I'm still on fire. Move. Move your ass. Move. Move your... God. Why the hell did you not move? What were you stuck on? There was nothing there. Well, hope this loot was worth it, because I almost died for that. Ah, bandages for my shovel. Hooray. Bone knife, that is not very useful. Bullets, nice. This, well, this is for bows. Ooh, that is very nice. That makes it go faster. Yes, projectile velocity. Awesome. I really need that. That and gunpowder, yes. And then now it's turn of uh, crates. High-powered ammunition, burning shaft mog, which I believe I might be able to put on the baseball bat instead of this, which I can still put on another thing. I think maybe potentially. What can I throw out? Ah, yes, uh, these will Perfect. Four of these will give me enough space to pick up that, and then I can take that instead of this, and I can take this and modify it, remove that, which I can put. Does this doesn't. This does, and this I can put that on there. That's how you manage everything. Do I have to reload anything? I do not, and this will get me discovered no matter where I am. But it'll put the zombies on fire, which equals more damage, which I'm all up for. Well, then I can take that, and for some reason I have this. Cause I, I have the effect of this was, I don't know why that fixed itself. Or it's like that, but it is. So not gonna mind it, and I can grab this for cloth, which I'm gonna need anyway. So if that's all that there. Hey, that is a challenger too. I would know because I play War Thunder. But yeah, I believe this is challenger 2. Wait, is that a gun rack? No, that's just... Why would you troll me like this? Why? Okay, well, time to get the bike. Quickly leap forth. I almost died because of fire. But let us continue and move forward like if that didn't happen. It says slow. Nuh-uh. I do what I want. Oh, nope. Not that way. This way. Still desperately chasing after me, I see. Well, too bad. I'm not planning on stopping. One of the things I used to do in my old playthrough is go loot a bunch of houses, but I see the best way to actually level up is just loot the houses that the missions give you, since it avoids doing more traveling, since you just loot the house you're already at instead of having to travel, instead of traveling to a house, looting it, then going to do a job and doing that job and then coming back. It does mean you get less loot, but you do level up the trader faster, which I thought he would be level tier 3, since he did give me two rewards in the form of a motorbike, but, well, in the form of the crate to help build the mini bike, but I guess he just didn't, and there's also that, that's not that far, I just gotta hope the next mission is that way.
If
I'm
you
gonna
want some
shrink
fancy
big
good
again,
afternoon
since it
greeting, go
does
suck
cure
up to Trader Joel.
the,
If you
this,
want some food or
the
drink,
thing.
I'll take care of you. Congratulations.
And
Here's your reward.
you crafting skill
Sucker.
magazine. I need space for 3 seconds. And then I need to open this and then use that, and then use that, and then take these back, and then
I'll sell you food,
I have
but
things to
don't expect me
sell,
to cook
I
it for
believe.
you.
Yes, I'll sell probably the electrical parts and the mechanical parts, since I have lots of those, and the spear, since I don't plan on using a spear. Uh, I forgot to wear this
Cha-ching,
thing again,
buddy. What's it gonna
which makes
be,
these
huh?
worth still 9. But maybe the other stuff is worth more. I don't know. Uh, these are of no use to me, so $9 it is.
Don't let the door hit you on
I'm
your
gonna
way out.
put that there. And I'm gonna wear this again. And I'm gonna go and get a job. Yeah. Fetch as clear is
I'm gonna make word
closest
of
thing. And it
advice.
is that
Next
way, so
time,
I'm going to grab that because
bathe
that's
before
300
coming
meters
to a
away.
job interview.
It's not that far. And then... Oh, I almost got stuck inside. Yep, I'll go grab that since it's gonna be helpful loot. And then I'll head over to the quest, get it done. And yeah, get the quest done, come back, and hopefully be able to do one more. And then I'll have the blood. It'll be Blood Moon Day, so I'll have to take all that data to fill the rest of the space. There's, what is that noise? That, and that. I have just enough space for that. And, honestly, to make this easier, put that and that in there. Go and open this, and then close these up. Wrench quote 3, very nice. This already has stuff in it, so I'm just gonna get in it and go to the job site. Job site quest. While I'm traveling, I just thought of something because I'm a guy and I think about random stuff all the time. And I thought about the thing about. I thought about the thing. I thought about the fact that people ask people to subscribe. I'm really great at making phrases, am I? But yeah, I thought about people asking people to subscribe, and I thought about the fact that I don't do that because I think that if I was truly worthy of getting that subscription, they would have already thought about subscribing and I would have already subscribed. And I'm not saying that asking for subscription is not wrong. Some people watch YouTubers and are like, this YouTuber is awesome, or this streamer, because it applies for every platform, and they think it's awesome, and they just don't think about it. They, they just they just don't. And then and then you ask for it, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, right. I am not subscribed," and they decide to subscribe. But I don't really need that. I just think, just like I said, if they really thought I was that great and worthy of a subscription, they would have already done it. So I just don't ask for it, since I don't see it as necessary. If people really like it, they've already done it. I'm just going back on myself. This is a clear ends fetch, so I'll go and fetch and then go from the inside out. It is up as I have guessed, as I would have guessed. Do that, get up on the roof, grab that, since I might need it, and it says it's the same level, and I can pretty much see that it is probably in there, because it is that way. So I'm gonna actually see how far that is. That's a couple blocks, and then I'm gonna put it about here. Spot on almost. Does it wait? Oh, there is something that tells you how far away you are. Awesome. Well, I'm assuming, yep, the red. Actually, can I reach it from here? Yes, I can. Perfect. I'm gonna put it in this corner. So I have the supplies. And I forgot to put stuff in my bike so I would have space for the loot I was gonna get. So I'll drink this coffee instead. Make space for that. And I'll eat 2 cans of this since I gotta heal. This does give water as well, so that's nice since I was thirsty as well. But yeah, so at this point is just shoot everything and then get everything to come at me. Yep, that's another one. That's perfect. Ooh, I can see everyone. Oh, he knows. No sound from you, please, because I missed. Go before he alerts everyone. Well, no, they're still not moving. Good, 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 good. I raided a similar place before, and that's the loot place. So I'm just gonna. Oh hell no! Where are you at? Where are you at, you devil spawn? Oh, everyone knows now. Every goddamn place, every person in this establishment now knows my location. I don't have space for gas. I'm gonna see about eating. I have space. Yes. Use. Can I use? Can I use? Come on. God damn, they're trying to get me. Do you want my skin? Actually, I can. Nope. Nowhere. Modify. Use that. That's gonna give me space to grab these things. Actually, they're not doing much, are they? They're just below there. Well, I can chill. Grab that. Grab that. Oh, I don't have space for that. What? Grab that. Grab that. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell? There's something going on below, but I don't know what it is, and I'm gonna ignore it. Quickly, I need to find myself a way to make myself space. Um, hmm. What's the way to get space? Ah, eat the corn. Maybe not, actually. No, eat the potatoes. They're not very useful, and I can grow more later. Eat the potato. Quickly, quickly, eat them, and give me space to open this box. Why did I need that? Oh, to grab this still, right, right. Oh, and that's just cloth. Okay, good thing. Can't get out to there, and I do need to clear this area, so without falling to my death, breaking a leg, and dying, I'm gonna get over to this platform so I can shoot at that and kill that goddamn dip spawn down there. Come on, hold this. You goddamn thing need to die. You are way too. You are dead. Where's that thing? There's two of them. There's something down there that didn't get alerted, which I don't know what it is. Now I've technically looted the entire place now. Blue and cash? Hell yeah. Honestly, grab this paper. Oh no! Hell no! Hell no! No, don't. That genuinely scared me. That was a cool snapshot. Did I just hit both of you? I don't know, but nope, I missed that. I could shoot through that though. I'm gonna grab that since I already have some. And nothing there. Anything behind here? No. Beam and grab foreign glue. That's why you... nope. What? That's like anime type stuff where you cut the guy and then it takes like 2 seconds for the guy to explode into a million pieces while the main character just strikes a pose. That was kind of the same stuff. I just shot you and then I have the time to strike a pose while you then ragdoll. It's kind of funny, but at the same time, is that what I have to kill? Please, for the love of God, don't be. It was. It was. And now there's one thing left, and it's over there, so... Why aren't you on fire? Fire! Fire, go! Oh, well. I don't have space to eat. I don't have space. Again, it's like a common theme now. Where's my bike? My bike's just out there. I can actually just... Yes. Bike, please. Yes, thank you. Steel and glue and coffee and stuff, since I will be keeping those. And then down in here, I can grab that stuff from here and go back. And now I'm living the good life because I have so much canned food that I can barely eat it all. And then I have enough time to get back to base before I'll have done how many jobs? 3? So there would have been the possibility to do 4. Uh, which I could definitely just go and do it during the night, but I probably will not. Oh, they can swim? Well, good on them. That doesn't really affect me. Yes. Um, so, get back, trade with the old man. Hopefully get something good instead of a 7.62 ammo or something like that. Blood moons are kind of good once you've got a base. Blood moons are actually kind of fun. They can be stressful, but especially at this tier, the amount of bags you can get with loot is very good. It gives you some ammo. I don't know if it gives you enough ammo to recuperate. I don't know if that's the word, but get back what you spent on ammo. But it will give you lots of books, upgrades, and such stuff that will help you. Now, I need to change some stuff in here. I have oil that I can put in that, and I have stuff that I need to sell, such as this thing. It's not worth much, but it's something. And this, since I will be keeping that very much. You go in.
You better wipe
Talk
that
to
smirk
you
off your
and
face. Doing
still the
one
kind of
job
same old
doesn't
garbage,
make us
so I'll
pals.
be taking this,
Got it?
which is still pretty decent. This will drop 1 onto the floor. Guns and cooking, some of the most important stuff. And I didn't forget this time to wear it.
Take a look at the shit I got, but don't expect me to
Sell
cook it
that.
for you.
Sell this thing, which is worth 65 instead of 63. Sell these gloves, since
Be
mine
careful
do
out there.
what?
You wouldn't want to get hurt.
Salvage harvest. That ain't bad. And these are technically worse. So,
You want something?
sell these. This I will be keeping since it's gonna be useful up until, like, they're not worth as much. What else is there to sell?
Thank
I
you
don't think
very
there's
much,
much
and now
else
you
to
can go
sell.
fuck
I
yourself.
think that was all. Yeah. So one last job. Oh, job. Oh, well then I'll skip on those since they're all very far away and they're all night jobs, which are a pain in the behind. And instead I'll take this remaining time going around your stuff and looting it again, which it appears it has not appeared. I thought it would, but maybe this doesn't do it anymore. Well, more time to build the base and craft the mini bike and other stuff like that. So I'll get back home before nighttime this time. Hopefully. Maybe. Doesn't make a difference. But yeah. Since the base does need to be finished for the Blood Moon, that's pretty much common sense. I would think you would have guessed that. A base has to be finished for it to be effective. Of course, there's a goddamn tree where I'm going. To like a 5% chance I hit one, and of course I'm going to. It took out 12% of my bike's health. Amazing. That was sarcastic if you couldn't tell. Well, get back home. Grab the Dew Collector's water this time. Before going into the house, since it's faster to go at it with the bike. Go at it. Go grab it with the bike. I filled up my water bottle before streaming, but I haven't even taken a sip and it's been 2 hours. Maybe I should. I'm going to. That's good. My mouth is no longer dry. And in doing so, I forgot to pick up the water. Which means I picked up the water. No, close the door. This is a very important building, and it shall not be destroyed. It has this mailbox that's still open, so it hasn't. So hopefully, nope. Wait, nope. I gotta go around the back because I can't pick up the bike because it's got stuff in it, and the back entrance is closer to my face than the front entrance is. Let's not get tricked by barbed wire because that is basically tradition. Is it when I jump that it does that? No, I don't know what it is with that. That door was open. I thought I'd closed that. I can turn this back on, and I can turn this back on, and I can put some more clay in that, and more of that. Gunpowder goes in here, right? Should. It does. It's right there. Okay. You. And there's no gunpowder in here, which is good. Uh, Bones. I will take the water out and craft more of that. Vitamins. Oh, that's what I forgot to sell. God. Forgot to sell the vitamins. They're useless. Well, for me, they're useless. Seeds. Up here, that is there, and that is there. Cloth is back here. This I can wear that instead. Um, Duct tape and lead. I can finally eat that can of food, and I have finally almost finished healing from burning myself almost to death. Yeah, I'll put. I thought I had put the building blocks in one of these. In this one, yes, I'll put those in there and that as well. Which I should start crafting ammunition, which I need a workbench for and not the forge. But with this and gunpowder, I should be able to craft some shells. Yes, I can craft some 9mm ammo, some 7.62 ammo, just 61 of those, because it takes more gunpowder. How much gunpowder does it take? This takes 3 and this takes 1. This is 32 and this does 47. It's more cost efficient to build this. I'm gonna wait till I can get level 6 for this thing. I already have a level 4 of that. But yeah. I'm gonna need those, so I'll go with that. Plus, I can make gunpowder with the chemistry station later on. Right. Forgot. What do I need to build? Shotgun shells? Ah, right, it's the paper that I'm missing. I'm gonna go and cancel those, and I'm gonna pick up the paper, which is why you need paper. How many shells can I make? 44, which takes all of the remaining gunpowder. So I'll make 20 of these, and I'll make the remaining of these. And then I'll put paper in this one instead, since it is used for ammo crafting. I will be putting this either on my character. And honestly, that one of fortitude is kind of getting a bit too, yeah. I'll put it in there for someday. This can be going in there since it's used for ammo crafting, and that's pretty much all of the inventory sorted except for these bullets again. I do have points to spend, and I still have the stuff that is in the bike sorted out. Once that is sorted out, why am I so speedy? Because okay, pick all that up and then pick the bike up. Don't get tricked. And go on up. It is very dark. It's less dark. Close that door. And stuff for the mini bike wheels. And I already have an engine. All of those aren't that important. But I am going to check how much it takes for me to science, mods, armor, food, tools. Where would I go for mini bike? Mini bike. There it is. I need mini bike chassis, mini bike handlebars, which I could craft. I need the chassis, mini bike handlebars, an engine, a lead battery, which I do have one, and 2 wheels. So I can craft this. I'll track that. And can I track 2 things? I can only track 1 thing. So I'll track the handlebars. So I need in here 6 of these. 3 springs. I do not have a headlight because I keep selling them. Because I didn't think they were useful and I didn't think the mini bike needed it. So, psych, I won't be crafting that actually. I can track. There we go. And then 19 of glue is very useful. I have a very good supply of those now. Oil is not in this one. That one. And then forged steel is in this one for sure. And then the rest of that is in here, which I am going to kindly take that, and take that, and take some water, and craft some more of red tea coffee. I can take some cornmeal and some corn. I'll see what I can do with all of what I have here? Yucca fruit, more water maybe, and oh, and these ear of corn. Yes, I can make yucca juice, which is a very good thing. How much time does it take the red kit? A minute 40. So in like a couple seconds, that one will be done, and I'll remove it. Yes, and then I'll remove that one, and I'll put those nope together, and then I'll be able to do this. And then food, I can do baked potatoes, cornbread. So much stuff, I might actually have to leave it running for the next episode entirely. Or I could build myself a second campfire. I could actually do that. I did my genius. Sometimes it's almost frightening since I do have a second grill, which means I can cook stuff on this one. Why can't I? Cooking pot. This requires a cooking pot. Well, then my genius is not so frightening, actually. Okay, so everything needs a cooking pot. This needs a cooking pot. Baked potatoes don't. Oh, I don't have fuel in it, so that's not. Okay, I can make grilled corn at least, which is gonna be better than nothing. But pumpkin cheesecake. I know some of these more advanced recipes are very good. This is gonna for sure spawn a horde of zombies on me. But yeah. Actually, I'm gonna stop this one, and I'm gonna stop the forge, stop it from building heat, and I need lots of wood. I made a critical mistake of not gathering too much wood, and I'm gonna need to go and do that like right now. Gather lots of wood since I'm gonna need that to do the base, and I don't have any. I have 9 planks to my name. So I'm gonna need to keep doing that. And I was too busy trying to make good food while I already have an abundance of food. Hopefully this doesn't come back to bite me, and hopefully I am able to make the base in time, which shouldn't be a problem. That was loud. Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. Since there's not much of the base left to build, the only thing that's really left is the long straightaway. And the stairs itself, which I can just do all of that on day 14, which is today, but next episode. Yeah, I can do all of that next episode, so it's not too much of a problem. I should be too short on time. But it's never good to take yourself, or to try to make it at the last second. Because if it doesn't work out, then you are in a whole heap of trouble, especially on the blood room. Or in real life, or in any scenario. Typically trying to do things at the last second doesn't work out. It worked out for me, for my studies, but let's say I didn't have the best grades. I passed, but I didn't have the best grades, and the best having better grades, which is if I can give you a life lesson without being too arrogant, go do studies, because although you could make it as a YouTuber, you could make it somewhere, or a uncle will give you a job, a diploma will ensure you get a good job and a good pay. Because, and this is what my dad told me, he told me, a diploma is not necessarily proving that you're capable of doing the diploma you did. It is proving you can sit there and do the study and take it up and learn new stuff. It tells your manager and whoever's hiring you, your employer, that you are able to learn stuff and you are patient enough and skilled enough to learn new things and to make it through, which is what people want. They want somebody that is patient enough and then competent enough to make it, which is why studies are so good, because that's what they tell your employer and that's what they want. The employer does not want somebody that has that is a one trick pony. He's only good at one thing and that's what he's good at. They don't want that, because whenever you ask a question that's out of their field, they have no answer. Somebody that is able, that has a degree, and that can make it. Well, not that can make it. When you ask a new question, they can figure out how to do that. Yeah, somebody who has that life lesson over. Or in summary, don't sit on your no, not don't sit on your couch. Study. It ensures you get a good job. And trust me, once you have a good job, you'll be thankful you actually studied and got that job. Because you won't be struggling to find a job, especially like, of course, we're right now in a pretty good time for people getting employed since most of the industry is looking for people. Since, well, I don't, I'm not really an expert at this, but that's just what it is. Like right now, everybody's looking for. Not everybody's looking for a job. Every employer is looking for an employee, and I believe it's slightly because people don't want to work as much. But yeah, so it's kind of easy getting a job right now, but it's not gonna be good jobs. Oh, that's yellow, so that means that it's gonna fall soon, which is bad since I can't get up for some reason. Okay, there we go. So that means I need to go down without breaking a leg, which I did put one in parkour, which gives me a better fall distance. Now I need to get straight up underneath this and put a pillar up right about there. So, build up. I didn't think about this side. I didn't think about this, did I? I need to pick that one up, because after this, how do I get down? Yeah, okay, so this is right on that block, and if I put a block there, it's gonna fall. I can do, put a block to the side, do that, that supports that, and I'm gonna keep going forward. I'm actually gonna make this as probably another full pass or two long, since I do want it to be as long as possible. Oh my god, that saved my life. There we go. So, oh, I should have hopped onto that and continued it, but I'm actually gonna make it go from here to about here before I do the stairs, which will prevent them from attacking the stairs themselves, since I believe they only attack blocks that are like 10 to 20 blocks away from the character. Which means the stairs would have already been safe there. That is well more than away. But further away gives me a longer straight and, well, more time to shoot at them. So this might be a mistake, since it might be too far and they might see it better to just go around, break that below me, and then go around and hop on there. Hop on the roof and hop on that. So it might be bad, but we'll just have to see in the middle of Blood Moon Night. Yes, perfect. That that's not too far for normal base by itself, this would be fine, but since I have the house, it might be bad. Now, the stairs themselves, they won't get hit much, so I might actually put that. Uh, Not that, but I might actually make it empty. Uh, I should probably just make that first. Uh, since, yep, this is gonna be really, really hard. Yep. But you'll get to. Oh, right. How do I place a block below? I'll have to either start from that or I'll have to build a bunch of blocks below it. Which is why I probably on my last playthrough. You're gonna hear me say that a lot if you haven't already. Which is why on my last playthrough I just filled this all up with blocks, but that consumes a lot of blocks, especially for this height. But yeah, and also this long of a spot does give me a good uh, placement for turrets, since they don't aim that far to the sides. This will be better. Okay, I think. Yep, get up. Yep, and with that, that is 4 a.m. in game time, and so it's the end of the episode. As always, I'll see you guys in the next episode. See you.